Hello everybody and welcome back to LMM and Lawrie Goes Loco in a first and probably last time that we'll ever release the same content at the same time across both channels. And let me start off by wishing you all a very happy new year. And by now hopefully we'll have finished a successful day at the Whitwell and Reefton Railway and a load of you guys will have come along to say hello to us. So this video is talking about the future of the two channels, and we're going to start off with the stuff that we know. We're going to be releasing one video on LMM every week, and the schedule is in the channel trailer, which you've probably seen already because that dropped at midnight. On Lawrie Goes Loco, it's going to be one video every other day until we've got the massive backlog of videos up onto the new channel. I mean, there's some 50 episodes of the full-size Lawrie Goes Loco, so it's going to take a while to get that. However, I am going to intersperse that with the occasional new video, not just re-edits, but a new video, because there's loads of stuff that I actually want to get out that I wanted to get edited before Christmas and it just didn't happen. So things like, what's it like to take a large model railway to a national exhibition, and other similar content that I wanted to get out this year before Christmas and it's just not happened. For those of you who have been saying, oh, this is going to be increasing your workload, I mean, the two channels, it's not actually going to be that much different, because if you're going to be subscribed to both LMM and Lawrie Goes Loco, you're actually getting the same amount of content. We normally release 2 videos a week, and now it's going to be 1 video on LMM, and once we start doing new content for Lawrie Goes Loco, 1 video a week there. So the same amount of workload just on one channel. And before, it would just be in that one place, whereas now if you just like train content, you're only going to get your 1 video. Something else that has changed slightly is the Discord. Whilst much of it is the same, you have the same old chats, they've been moved around. It's got a new streamlined look, with LMM being the home of all the road-based and kind of relevant stuff LMM, and then rail-based stuff down in the Lawrie Goes Loco heading. It all makes a lot more sense, and truth be told, I've been unhappy with the layout of the Discord for a while, and now it's just a lot nicer. And also the Patreon for all you wonderful and lovely people is staying the same. The whole thing is still going to be under the umbrella of LMM. This is for the Patreon, for the Discord, and for the channels as a whole. So for those of you who've been asking, no, I'm not going to re-edit videos or open the new videos going, hello, welcome to Lawrie Goes Loco. It's still LMM. It's still the same thing. We're just putting it in a different place. And so whilst it may feel a bit weird to be on Lawrie Goes Loco and have me opening a video with hello and welcome to LMM, A, I've just got in the habit of doing it, and B, it will be really weird to have new videos and old videos interspersed with a different opening. So I think it will be a lot better just being LMM. We're still going to be releasing the content at 6 o'clock because we think this is the time that kind of works for us. Now, I might look into this and try changing it in the future to try and get that golden hour to be a little bit more successful. But at the moment, 6 o'clock seems to just about work. I mean, a lot of people get a notification on their way home and go, oh, I'll check that when I get home. By the time you get to 8 o'clock in the evening, perhaps that's too late for some people. I don't really know, so we'll fiddle with that and we might change it as we go along. There may be other little tweaks coming along as I try to make things work with the algorithm a little bit better. I'm not going to go down the road of clickbait titles because I really don't like them, and I try really hard not to do clickbait. I try for a good title, but I really try not to give that age-old clickbait. And in the same way, I really don't want to go down the AI route. I'm really against AI at the moment. I'm quite concerned for what it's going to do for the whole landscape of people doing my kind of job. So I'm going to try and avoid using AI to help, because you can see the kind of the thumbnails and the videos that have AI helping to plan them because they all have the same layout, they all sound the same. Unfortunately, it kind of works, and I really don't want to go down there because I want to do this my way and I want to have it on my terms. Which I appreciate is probably not the way to do it because it'd be a lot easier just to bow down to the algorithm, but I want to do it my way and make the content that I want to, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And hopefully it'll be one of the reasons you keep coming back to us. As I've said, this still remains a massive gamble by splitting the channels down. However, as we're almost at 10,000 subs on Lawrie Goes Loco already in under a month of the channel being live, I feel that this is definitely the right way forward, and I feel very optimistic for the future. Of course, if this doesn't work, if it doesn't all kind of come together, this will be the end of the channel, because I can't keep working this hard and not getting the money back to actually justify it. I mean, I just about at the moment am treading water, but I feel like I've been treading water for years now. So we've got 6 months and we'll see what's happening. If the channels are working and the money's coming in, I can start looking at employing other people to help me, then we're going to be really going forward. If it doesn't, realistically, it will be the end of the channel. That doesn't mean there'll be the end of uploads and content, because I have a lot of stuff where I've worked with other people and I would never let those people down. So all the content that I worked with people will eventually come out. It will just be a lot slower and fitted around me having to work a regular day job. But the channel would continue in some way. It's just not going to be how it is now. So any concerns about that, it will happen one way or another. And of course, the biggest thing is this depends on you guys. If you guys go and watch the videos as they come out, you click, you interact with them, you like them, you put comments on them, you share them with your friends, then this will help both the channels to grow. And of course, with LMM, it's particularly important to go and watch some of that road-based content. Sit down, watch a series of roaming red engines or some of the What's Broken Now and help retrain that channel, because when we get that going, it's going to be great. So there is some amazing content that we can't wait to release. So lots of cool stuff to come out, and there will be plenty of interaction between the two. For instance, we've got Lemons coming out, which involves going to a railway. So you'll have some episodes which are the road-based ones, and then when we go over to the railway-based episode, that episode will be shown on Lawrie Goes Loco. So there's going to be plenty of interaction between the two channels working together. They're very much going to be a closed family working like that. They'll reference each other, stuff will reference what's gone on to another channel, and vehicles will obviously move between the two as things go on. So hopefully it's going to be flawless and wonderful. And of course, as part of that, the LMM fleet is still the LMM fleet, including the locomotives. I like them being LMM #1. That's Sir William, and I have no desire to change that, and I'm not going to ask Dan to go and repaint it because he's done a cracking job of that. So that is the LMM locomotive fleet. It is LMM as a whole. Lawrie Goes Loco as a sub-brand just to separate the content. For all intents and purposes otherwise, it's still LMM, it's still one channel, it's still one community. One Patreon, one Discord, one person kind of calling the shots, with no real idea what they're doing. So that's all I can tell you about the future for now. There is content coming out, there's content lined up or ready to go, and we're going to give this our absolute best try to make it work. Not just for us, and not just for Tom and Dave for the effort they've put in, but for you guys. You guys like the content, you guys enjoy it, and I want to make more of it for you guys to enjoy. I want to get you guys involved in all of this. So we're going to give it the best try, and hopefully in 6 months we'll be able to sit back and go, this was a good move. So with that, thank you for watching. Any other questions, let me know down there and let me know your thoughts, and we'll try and cover all of those. And with that, well, Happy New Year, and well, regular content will start next week on LMM, and obviously there'll be a break, and then it will be every other day on Lawrie Goes Loco. Plenty of content, please watch it all, please like and subscribe, and like and subscribe unless you don't want to watch the content. So if you have decided and you haven't quite caught up with everything and you've realised that you're only here for the rail content, feel free to unsubscribe from LMM. We won't be offended at all. Please go and subscribe to Lawrie Goes Loco, and that will help both channels grow. Weirdest thing I know to ever ask an audience is to unsubscribe, but genuinely it's the best way to help the channel go. And if you're confused by that, watch the other video, which is coming up there, talking about the analytics and how YouTube works, or below it for the big announcement of the channel splitting. And with that, well, I've got stuff to do, stuff to edit, and to try and make a channel work. In fact, 2 channels to work. So thank you all very much, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra.